I think obligation of management is not only to care for the immediate short-term future, but very much to work on sustainability of the company, of the business in the far future.
We want to make products that give experiences that customers will love for life, and that's underpinned by three essential passions, as we call them. One is to design great products that the consumer appreciates around the world. Secondly, to make sure that the customer is at the forefront of what those products deliver. And thirdly, environmental innovation. Environmental innovation is right at the heart of everything we do, and it transcends culture, which is hugely important to get everybody, all of our 30,000 people, engaged in understanding that this can take the business forward. But also in terms of how we deliver our products, how we build our facilities, how we show ambition in terms of our target setting, and make sure that at a board level and an exec committee level, we routinely discuss not only our successes, but what are the challenges we're going to take on as we drive the business forward.
And I think what alignment brings is an awful lot of clarity, a lot of power, a lot of velocity, a lot of certainty actually about the future that we're trying to deliver, and also about bringing that future into reality.
The journey that we're on in terms of the change in the way that people move is unprecedented. Mobility is important, but the individual mobility will shift more towards collective mobility. Cars will be connected with each other. Places will be connected in different ways, maybe with autonomous cars. So we still have to provide products, but in the future we also have to provide products that maybe fit into a different infrastructure. So collaboration in the future will have two basic requirements. One is for the survival of any individual company, and secondly for co-investment in huge infrastructures that currently don't exist. It isn't only small cars that will solve the problem, it's making the bigger cars more efficient. But in the future, connecting every individual form of mobility into a bigger system and providing services beyond cars is exactly how we will participate in that huge challenge.
Of course, Jaguar Land Rover will not only focus on the product itself, but will also focus on all the services and also the different use cases which might come with the product. So just as an example, the car is about to be connected to the internet and will not only get data from the internet, but also send data to the internet. This will change customer driving behavior also.
I think the auto industry is still going to make a huge contribution to that mobility challenge as we get forward to 9 billion people in 2050. The opportunity for Jaguar Land Rover is to take real leadership, and through our environmental innovation approach, through our product approach, through what we're doing with the communities around the world, we believe that Jaguar Land Rover will be seen as a real leader and an innovator in terms of mobility and giving mobility to even more people as the world develops.
In the future, especially from my perspective, for a car company, the digital space is the creative frontier.
Many challenges we can foresee for the next decade, but when you look beyond that, not everything is predictable. So it's of utmost importance to keep the company flexible, to react fast on new challenges coming up.
One of my core responsibilities as leading strategy for Jaguar Land Rover is that we have a vision for the future. And we don't have one, we have several. And how they will develop, we're not 100% sure.
You know, this is a growing business. It's internationalizing. That's going to become much more important for us. And, you know, expansion, growth actually really demands a lot, I think, of the people in the business. I think in particular, you know, the kind of engineering skills that we need, the kind of R&D skills, the kind of sales and commercial skills, they all need to move really to another level as we become bigger and, increasingly ambitious.
We are on a journey of discovery. It's quite exciting and scary that we know it's going to change, but we don't know exactly how. But to give you one little example, 5 years ago, we had a company. Today, we've got one product that is bigger than the whole company was 5 years ago. We've transformed so much, but if I look 5 years forward, we will transform more than we've transformed in the previous 5 years. If you then ask me 30 years, that we have options.